Hello everyone, this is Ashley from Ashley's Creations, and I've got a haul video for you today, and I've actually got a couple haul videos for you that I'm going to be filming today and posting, although I didn't get them all today. I've gotten them over the last week. The first is a haul from Papertrey Ink that I got this week. Now I actually have two hauls from Papertrey Ink because there was some things that I wanted to get, and there was a project that I wanted to make, and some things that I wanted to pick up to make the project. And so my friend Michelle was going to place an order anyway, and so I said, hey, you know, you might as well just place my stuff into your order, because then, you know, I don't know if I'll have enough for the free 70 shipping. And I actually ended up having her buy me $64 worth of stuff, which at that point I should have just ordered it myself. But I was like, nah, you know what, I don't need anything else. So I did need some of their white paper. When we did Stamp Affair, we got a couple samples of their white cardstock, and after using it, I have fallen in love with it. It's so thick, it's so nice, I love it. Now I love Stampin' Up's Whisper White, but this is completely different from it. It is complete, I don't know, it's day and night from that. And this one's just so thick and so nice, and the quality of stamps on this is just so nice. And so I had used up all the stuff that I had gotten from my sampler packs from a while ago, and the stuff that they gave us at the Stamp Affair. So I said, you know, Michelle, why don't you go ahead and pick me up some white cardstock? So I got their white cardstock, and I'm so excited to use it. I've already opened it, and I've already started using it, and I love it. And then Stamp Affair, I also almost ran out of craft. I had like 3 sheets left, so I had her pick me up a pack of craft too. And then at Stamp Affair, they gave you a pack of their 20 white scored note cards, and that was what I used to make my thank you note card set that I did a video of. And I loved it because, you know, they're pre-scored, they're nice, you've got the envelopes right in them, and it's just, I don't know, I really liked them because they were like already set to go. So I decided to go ahead and pick up a pack of this too. And then I don't have any of the Bitty Dot ribbon except for Melon Berry, which is the color that they sent me with my Stamp Affair kit. And in Stamp Affair, they had the limited supply challenge where you had to use, the only ribbon you could use was the Hawaiian Shores Bitty Dot. And there were so many cute projects on there that I wanted to recreate, and I don't have any of the Bitty Dot ribbon, so I asked Michelle to pick me up the Hawaiian Shores Bitty Dot so I could make some of the projects that I saw on there, and I could actually finish the one that I made, because they only gave you so much, and Michelle and I each made a card, and we gave each other one of the cards that we had made. So I made 2 of the same card, and I didn't have enough ribbon to wrap around for mine. So let me find it. So this one was mine, and I didn't have enough ribbon to tie my little knot because I had used some of it on her card. So I just gave her the one that was finished, and I said I would keep this one that's not finished, and I'll just get the ribbon and tie it on, and then I can also use it to make all the other cards that I saw that I liked. So she got me the Hawaiian Shores Bitty Dot, and then Michelle did this really cute project for the Sweet Life release, and she had made this homemade stationery set, and she made the stationery. She made envelope seals that she had put on a wooden spool, and then she made a bag that it all fit in using the front and center number 2 die. So I thought it was so cute, and you cut out 2 of these and you put it on a paper bag and you decorate it how you want, and then it's the bag to hold your stationery. So I thought it was so cute, and I wanted to give it a try, and as soon as I showed Michelle the reason that I wanted it, she's like, oh, I want to do this too. So I got this so we can make that together. And then she had stamped it with the Polka Dot Basics background stamp. I think she used this one. I don't have to go back and look at it. So I asked Michelle to pick up the polka dot stamp for me too, so that the front of our thing wouldn't be so plain. So that was what Michelle got me. And then I was looking back at the project again, and I realized there was something else that I needed for it that I hadn't asked Michelle to pick up. And I'm sure I could have found something else to use, but I like to do things the way people did them because, you know, it looks good for them. So I thought it looks good too. So I went ahead and decided to pick up the one thing that I needed. And as I was doing that, I found a bunch of other stuff that I liked that I wanted. I said, oh, you know, I might as well just add all this to my cart too and get some of this stuff and whatnot. And so I ended up doing another order that was a couple $100 anyway, so I should have just gotten the stuff that Michelle ordered for me on my own, but it gave her some reward points so she can get some stuff now. So the one thing that I had wanted that I didn't pick up was a Mega Matte Stack number 5. So this thing is huge, really huge, and she took and put it on the front of this. So this was, you know, the label, so that, you know, it's nice and big and it fits with it. So that's the regular, or that's the Mega Matte Stack. And then I also decided to pick up the regular size matte stack. I think there were some projects I saw that I liked using this, and you can see that there's a huge difference. And I was going to pick up the Matte Stack 5 collection stamp set and the layers, but I took those out and I put some ribbon in there instead so I could get more from what I was paying. So I'll end up having to get the other two things, you know, and then another order or something, and I'll eventually get them. But so I got the Matte Stack 5 and then the Mega Matte Stack 5, which this was $14, so I was like, but whatever. And then this was $8, so the layers one is $9. So I got those, and then I also picked up the 1 3/4 Limitless Layer circles because I also saw some really cute things done at Stamp Affair with felt circles, and I have, you know, I obviously have circle punches from Stampin' Up. I have Cricut cartridges that'll cut out circles, but these things were made out of felt, and I cannot cut felt on my Cricut, and I can't punch felt, and so I decided to pick up the circle dies so I could cut my felt out with my Big Shot. And it comes with 5 dies. You get the circle and then the little, you know, the matching things that go around it, so you have a layer. So those are really cute. And now I have the squares, the ovals, and the circles for the, well, I don't have all the sizes, but I do have 3 shapes. And then I also picked up Bloom Builder number 2. Now you're looking at this saying, what does this do? What is this? And there's 3 sizes, and it makes 3 different sized flowers. So they're all the same. And you cut this out, and then you run twine, ribbon, or whatever through these holes down here. And then you pull it, and it turns and it creates a flower. So it'll turn into a flower shape. If you search Bloom Builder on YouTube, then Nicole's got a video that shows how to use these, and I'll show you a project if I make any projects using that. And I thought it was really cool, and I wanted to try it out, so I picked that up too. And then I also picked up a couple impression plates. This stripes one was released a couple months ago, and I thought, I don't need that. I have the Stampin' Up! Stripes embossing plate, or the embossing folder. But I've seen so many cute projects done with this striped one, and it's just more subtle than the Stampin' Up! Embossing folder. The impression plates aren't as thick and noticeable as the embossing folders, and it's also, there's more lines, so there's smaller lines, and it's just more subtle than the folder I already had. So I decided to go ahead and pick that up. I'm excited to use that one. Like I said, I've seen some really cute backgrounds with it. And then I've seen so many things that that Nicole does with the linen and canvas impression plate. So I picked that one up too. So there's 2 sides to it. There's, I'm going to say this is the canvas side, and here's linen. So it's, you know, it's very subtle. It'll give you some interest in your background, but not too much that it overwhelms everything. So I really liked that one. And the last one I picked up was the lace impression die. And you can either use this as an impression plate or as a die. And it'll cut out all these holes. There's places for you to poke out the little pieces. And I'm assuming you'd have to run this through your Big Shot a couple times for it to get all the holes out. Maybe you might need a shim or something, I don't know. I've tried it with using it as an impression plate. I found a card that somebody had done for the Papertrey Ink blog hop that I really liked. So I made mine similar to hers, but I used the impression plate, the lace die, and she had used something else. So I thought that one was cool, so I picked that one up too. And I'm really excited to see what it looks like with all the holes punched out. I think it would be incredibly hard to do, but also very rewarding at the same time. So those are the dies that I picked up. And then I also picked up, ignore my phone buzzing. I picked up some more paper because it was some stuff that I was running out of. I was almost out of pure poppy, so I picked some of that up. I picked up some more Hawaiian shores so I could use some of those cards because I have a lot of Hawaiian, or I don't have a lot, but I had you know, enough Hawaiian shorts, but I wanted to pick up more because I like this color anyway. And then I also picked up more Winter Wisteria and Royal Velvet because I was getting lower, not extremely low, but lower on these, so I decided to just, you know, stack up. And these three colors are some of my favorites besides Hibiscus Burst, so why not? And then I didn't have any of their Rustic White or their Rustic Cream, so I picked those up. Now it's very similar to the white, but you see it's got like a kind of a recycled look on it. You can't really see it very well, but it's just a little bit, you know, different from their white, just to give it a little bit more texture. And then I also picked up the Rustic Cream, like I said. So this one's more like vintage cream with a recycled look to it. So it's just a little bit more than plain white or plain cream. And then I also picked up some of the linen vellum. This stuff's really cool. Like, it's really thick vellum. Like that. You can barely see my hand through that. So, it's also got kind of a texture on it. I don't think that's going to pick up in the camera. No, but it's got kind of a texture to it, so it's really cool. So that's the paper that I picked up. And then I also picked up another nugget tin. Now we got these in our Stamp Affair bags if you purchased the add-on kit, and it was for a card set project that they had, and I did the card set and I loved it, so I thought I'd pick up another nugget tin and maybe try something a little different. Maybe do some 3x3 cards or something to put in here, but this is the one that we did in Stamp Affair. So we used the half and half die to cut out a long strip, and then we folded them half, stamped them, and then embellished them with a little button. And I put some 3x3 envelopes in there. So I figured if the 3x3 envelopes fit in there, I could make some 3x3 stationery pieces to put in here and just decorate the tin how I want it. So that was my project that I did for Stamp Affair, and so I thought maybe I'd try it again. So I got another nugget tin. And then I only have 2 of their re-inkers, so I decided I should maybe start picking up some more, because I have all of their inks. And after the tie-dye technique from Stamp Affair, I was like, this is the coolest thing ever. I need to get some more of their inkers so I can do it with some more of their really pretty colors. So I picked up Autumn Rose. I really like this color, so I'm going to maybe pick up 1 or 2 each order. And then I also picked up a ton of ribbon. So I've been out of the Raspberry Fizz satin for a while, and they had been out of it for a long time, I think, and I realized that they had come back in stock with it, so I picked up the satin. And then at Stamp Affair they did a card with twill ribbon, and I only had a couple things of twill ribbon, and in my last Papertrey Ink haul video you might have realized that I picked up some more for a card that we're going to be doing, and this is the card that we did with the twill ribbon. So we die cut the butterflies, and then we put the ribbon behind it. I just messed that one up a little bit, but so no, I think this was my favorite card that we did all day during Stamp Affair. So I thought I might pick up some more twill ribbon and try this with some other colors and some other shapes. So I picked up a bunch, just so I would have a bunch of colors. I picked up Spring Rain, Blueberry Sky, and Enchanted Evening, so I'd have a gradient of blues. And then I picked up Aqua Mist, Hawaiian Shores, and Ocean Tides. And the lighting's kind of weird, but so I have like a gradient of these tealy green type colors. And then I also just picked up some other random colors. I got Berry Sorbet, Raspberry Fizz, and Pure Poppy. So those are kind of maybe a little bit of a gradient. You could use those together, possibly. And then I picked up Simply Chartreuse and Harvest Gold, so I would have a green and a yellow. So now I have a bunch of colors. I have a red, I have a yellow. I don't have an orange one, but that's okay. I have some pinks. I've got some purples downstairs already. I've got the 3 that I had picked up last time. And I have some blues now. So I have, you know, a good selection of colors. And then I think it was Betsy Veldman had done a really cute card using the bitty dot ribbon, and she had set it on fire with one of those votive candles, and Michelle and I didn't do that because we didn't really want to play with fire early in the morning, but I thought maybe I'd like to go back and try it again at my own time. And the only, like I said, the only bitty dot ribbon that I had was Melon Berry, and I just got the Hawaiian Shores, but she made flowers out of them, and I didn't really think Hawaiian Shores would make a, you know, well, I mean, it could be a flower, but I thought I'd pick up some flowery colors, so I got Winter Wisteria, which is my favorite, one of my favorite colors anyway. Hibiscus Burst, which is also, like I said, one of my favorite colors. And then Royal Velvet, which purple, I love it. So, and then I also picked up Orange Zest. So here's my orange ribbon that I did pick up. So that's all the ribbon that I got. And then I also picked up a couple stamp sets. I didn't pick up many, but I picked up a couple. Now the first one is called Wildflower Garden, and I got this because I was looking through Nicole's blog to see what she had used the front and center die for, and she had used it in her release post in March for the birthday tags, and she had done the most beautiful stamping with this Wildflower Garden set in Blueberry Sky. And I saw that and I said, I have to have this stamp set. This is beautiful. I don't know why I've never seen it before or why I don't have it. So I picked it up. And she also did this really cute thing with the Card Basics #2. And she had folded it in half and she had stamped it with the Wildflower Garden. And she had put her name on it with one of the simple, it's like the simple alphabet stamp or something like that, and it was a place card. And I thought that'd be perfect for my wedding shower. You know, it's going to be in August next year. I could make my own place cards. Now, I probably won't use the Wildflower Garden set because it's fall themed, but I don't really know what our theme is yet, but I don't know, we'll see. But I had to have this one. Let me show you the inside. So there's some sayings here. Friendship is a plant we must often water. The earth laughs in flowers. Friends are flowers in the garden of life. One person's weed is another person's wildflower. A couple other sayings, and then there's some flowers. So I picked that one up. And then I also picked up the lace bouquet. Yes, I just got home and I was staring at me. Picked up the lace bouquet, and this is what it looks like. I thought it was really pretty, and Nicole did some really cool like shading stuff with it, so I thought I'd try that. And then the last thing I picked up was Handmade Hodgepodge. When Michelle was over for Stamp Affair, we were trying to look for a Handmade Just For You stamp set. You gonna put Callie on the screen? There's my cat, one of my cats. We were looking for a Handmade Just For You kind of thing, and I didn't really have any because I don't buy those kind of stamps. So we did end up using this one that says Just For You. But I was looking through the release for this one, and this was released at the same time, and it was really neat. So I just picked this up, and it's got Handmade Just For You, Handmade by, you put your name, Handmade For You with Love, Handmade by, Homemade Just For You, Handmade with Care, and this Handmade Art with Heart. So I picked that up so I could maybe use that on some cards too. So now, Michelle, I have a handmade stamp set. So anyway, that was what I got. I hope you enjoyed. Thanks for watching. Bye.
The things you wanna feel, I'll give you anything.